Chris Petersen enters his fifth season on Montlake with perhaps the most talented roster he's ever had. Will the Huskies wear the North crown again at season's end? Beat writer Adam Jude makes his picks. The Pac-12 conference football season officially kicks off Wednesday when the conference holds its annual media day gathering in Hollywood. Chris Petersen will be there to represent Washington, along with senior quarterback Jake Browning and senior safety JoJo McIntosh. On Wednesday morning, the Pac-12 will release its annual preseason poll, as voted on by media members who cover the conference. The Huskies, ranked No. 4 in USA Today's post-spring national rankings, are expected to be the favorite in the North, and likely the pick to win the conference title. Here are the picks I submitted to the league. North 1. Washington Huskies 2017 record, 10-3 overall, 7-2 Pac-12 coach Chris Petersen, 5th season. Returning starters, 16-7 offense, 9 defense key players, QB Jake Browning, RB Myles Gaskin, RB Salvin Ahmed, OT Caleb McGarry, OT Trey Adams, WR Chico McClatcher, DT Greg Gaines, LB Ben Burke-Hervin, CB Byron Murphy, DB Miles Bryant, S JoJo McIntosh, S Taylor Rapp. Key games, September 1st versus Auburn, in Atlanta, September 15th at Utah, October 13th at Oregon, in November 3rd versus Stanford. Outlook. Chris Petersen enters his fifth season on Montlake with perhaps the most talented roster he's ever had, with fourth-year starters at quarterback, running back and both offensive tackles, and a secondary that might be the best in the nation. Hard to overstate the importance of the Huskies' September 1st opener versus Auburn. A victory in Atlanta not only cements UW as a playoff contender but also would restore some of the Pac-12's sagging credibility. 2. Stanford Cardinal coach David Shaw, 8th season 2017 record, 9-5 overall, 7-2 Pac-12 North champ. Returning starters, 15-9 offense, 6 defense key players, QB KJ Costello, RB Bryce Love, WRJJ Arcega Whiteside, RG Nate Herbig, LB Sean Barton, CB Elijah Older. Outlook. Stanford's chances of repeating as Pac-12 North champs start and stop with star running back Bryce Love, who rushed for 2,118 yards and 19 touchdowns and finished second in the Heisman Trophy voting last season. Love will run behind what figures to be one of the nation's top offensive lines, and if healthy sophomore KJ Costello, 14 TD, 4 int in 2017, should be improved entering his first full season as the starting QB. The schedule doesn't help the Cardinal, which has to play at Oregon, at UW and at California. 3. Oregon Ducks coach Mario Cristobal, first season 2017 record, 7-6 overall, 4-5 Pac-12 returning starters, 14-7 offense, 7 defense key players, QB Justin Herbert, RB Tony Brooks James, WR Dylan Mitchell, the Jalen Jelks, LB Troy Dye. Key games, September 22nd versus Stanford, October 13th versus UW, in November 10th at Utah. Outlook. Many have pegged the Ducks as Washington's biggest challenger in the Pac-12 North, and that could very well be true if junior QB Justin Herbert remains healthy in 2018. Last year, Oregon went 1-4 when Herbert was sidelined with a broken collarbone, averaging just 15 points per game without him on the field and 52.1 with him. Jim Lovett is the Pac-12's highest-paid defensive coordinator, and the Oregon defense, atrocious in 2016, should be even better in Lovett's second season in Eugene. 4. California Golden Bears coach Justin Wilcox, second season 2017 record, 5-7 overall, 2-7 Pac-12 returning starters, 18-10 offense, 8 defense key players, QB Ross Bowers, RB Patrick Laird, WR Vic Warden, LT Patrick McCarry, LB Jordan Kunishek, CB Cameron Bynum. Key games, September 29th at Oregon, October 27th at UW, November 10th at USC, in November 17th versus Stanford. Outlook. In 2016, Cal had one of the worst defenses in Pac-12 history, allowing 42.6 points a game and 272.8 rushing yards a game. Former UW defensive coordinator Justin Wilcox, a Chris Peterson protege, needed only one season to make Cal respectable on defense, 28.4 points a game, 164.1 rushing yards a game, as the head coach. Bothell High product Ross Bowers, 18 TD, 12 int, enters his second season as Cal's starting QB, and he's joined in the backfield by senior RB Patrick Laird, 1,127 yards, 8 TD, in what should an improved defense. 5. Washington State Cougars coach, Mike Leach, 7th season 2017 record, 9-4 overall, 6-3 Pac-12 returning starters, 10-4 offense, 6 defense key players, QB Gardner Minshew, RB James Williams, WR Kyle Sweet, LT Andre Dillard, LB Peyton Pallure, LB Jahad Woods, S. Jalen Thompson. Key games, September 21st at USC, October 20th at Oregon, October 27th at Stanford, in November 23rd versus Outlook. The Cougars have one of the Pac-12's least experienced teams, and there are questions at just about every position on the offense. Gardner Minshew officially transferred from East Carolina to WSU in May, and he's considered the front-runner to take over at QB. 6. Oregon State Beavers coach, Jonathan Smith, first season 2017 record, 1-11 overall, 0-9 Pac-12 returning starters, 15-7 offense, 8 defense key players, QB Jake Luton, WR Isaiah Hodgins, Tanoa Togiai, LB Brett Agwabu, LB Jonathan Willis, S. David Morris. Key games, September 1st at Ohio State, November 10th at Stanford, November 17th at UW, in November 23rd at Oregon. Outlook. Former Washington offensive coordinator Jonathan Smith inherited his dream job in December, returning to his alma mater in his first head coaching job. The challenges of trying to rebuild a program that went 1-11 are obvious, particularly with the messy way Gary Anderson left Corvallis midway through the 2017 season. Add to that a brutal 2018 schedule, featuring the opener at Ohio State, plus a 4-week season-ending stretch versus USC, at Stanford, at UW, versus Oregon. That has to be the toughest in the Pac-12 this year, and Smith might be lucky if he's able to double the Beavers' victory total from last year. South 1. Utah Utes coach, Kyle Whittingham, 14th season 2017 record, 7-6 overall, 3-6 Pac-12 returning starters, 14-8 offense, 6 defense key players, QB Tyler Huntley, RB Zach Moss, DeBradley Ane, CB Julian Blackman, LB Chase Hansen, K. Matt Gay, P. Mitch Wishnowski. Key games, September 15th versus UW, October 12th versus Arizona, October 20th versus USC, in November 17th at Colorado. Outlook. Is this the year Utah finally rises to the top in the South? The Utes again had one of the better defenses in the Pac-12 last year, 23.2 points a game, and the offense figures to be better with junior QB Tyler Huntley, 15 TD, 10 int, 6 rushing TD, entering his second full season as the starter in Troy Taylor's system. 2. USC Trojans coach, Clay Helton, 4th season 2017 record, 11-3 overall, 8-1 Pac-12 conference champ, returning starters, 13-7 offense, 6 defense key players, RB Stephen Carr, WR Tyler Vaughns, WR Michael Pittman, DT Christian record, LB Cameron Smith, CB Iman Marshall, S. Marvell Tell. Key games, September 8th at Stanford, September 29th at Arizona, October 20th at Utah, in November 17th at UCLA. Outlook. Quarterback is the question here after Sam Darnold's departure for the NFL, and if USC does turn to true freshman JT Daniels, as has been widely speculated, then we'll find out a lot about him early. USC plays back-to-back road games against Stanford, September 8th, and Texas, September 15th. 3. Arizona Wildcats coach, Kevin Sumlin, first season 2017 record, 7-6 overall, 5-4 Pac-12 returning starters, 16-7 offense, 9 defense key players, QB Khalil Tate, RBJJ. Taylor, WR Tony Ellison, WR Sean Brown, LB Tony Fields, LB Colin Schooler, CB Jace Whitaker. Key games: September 8th at Houston, September 29th versus USC, October 12th at Utah. Outlook: Khalil Tate was the breakout star in the Pac-12 last season, and former Texas A&M Colorado Buffaloes coach Mike McIntyre, 6-season 2017 record, 5-7 overall, 2-7 Pac-12 returning starters, 10-4 offense, 6 defense key players, QB Steven Montez, RB Traven McMillian, WRJ McIntyre, WR Lavis Casheno, DL Javier Edwards, LB Rick Gamboa, DB Evan Worthington. Key games: September 8th at Nebraska, October 13th at USC, October 20th at UW, and November 17th versus Utah. Outlook: after their surprising run to the South title in 2016, the Buffaloes slipped to 5-7 last year. The defense should be better this season, but key losses at running back and wide receiver could keep Colorado from really challenging for the division title this year. 5. UCLA Bruins coach Chip Kelly, first season 2017 record, 6-7 overall, 4-5 Pac-12 returning starters, 12-5 offense, 7 defense key players, QB Dorian Thompson-Robinson, RB Boluo-Orunfunmi, W. Artho Howard, LB Jalen Phillips, CB Nate Metters, S. Adarius Pickett. Key games: September 8th at Oklahoma, October 6th versus UW, October 26th versus Utah, November 3rd at Oregon, and November 17th versus USC. Outlook: in his first season in the then Pac-10, as the offensive coordinator at Oregon, Chip Kelly had the perfect quarterback, a senior in Dennis Dixon, to run his blur offense. 11 years later, in his first season as the head coach at UCLA, the belief is Kelly will have to turn over his offense to a true freshman QB in Dorian Thompson-Robinson. Not a great recipe for immediate success. 6. Arizona State Sun Devils coach Herm Edwards, first season 2017 record, 7-6 overall, 6-3 Pac-12 returning starters, 12-8 offense, 4 defense key players, QB Manny Wilkins, WR N'Keal Harry, WR Kyle Williams, CB Chase Lucas, LB Corin Crump. Key games: September 8th versus Michigan State, September 22nd at UW, October 27th at USC, and November 24th at Arizona. Outlook: it's easy to snicker at some of the unusual organizational changes in Tempe with Herm Edwards taking charge, but there is a decent chance this last-place pick could look foolish come November. ASU does return a veteran QB in Manny Wilkins, and N'Keal Harry is the most dangerous receiver in the league.